Hi everyone. Today we are going to present implementation of total quality management software. This PPT is presented by Nikhil Kumar, Sriharsh and Sivaramakrishna. Introduction to implementing total quality management. It has 3 points. We are bounded to the short-term focus. The traditional approach tends to be arrogant rather than customer focused. The traditional approach is short on leadership and long on boss management ships. According now, we are bound to short-term focus. If the organization in which we work, like most in the West, it is driven by short-term goals. Like the team manager sets some goals to each and everyone to achieve the goals. It is also true regardless of whether you work in industry, education, healthcare services, or government. We have been victims of Keynesian economics more than 60 years. Like everyone works for the government, but takes some money like bribe everything to do the work. The traditional approach tends to be arrogant rather than the customer focus. We try to complete the task in the just try to complete the task in a typical government office, such as getting a new car license or a license plate or driving license, without giving money. You have to some legal documents to be produced, but also they ask for the money or any. They'll be asking us to come one and done. Every employee gets the salaries and paid by these salaries are paid by our taxes frequently. They are rude and they'll be usually completely uninterested in our needs and everything. Now, the traditional approach is short on leadership and long on bossmanship. Far too many Western managers see their jobs as certainly telling subordinates what to do and when to do. If they're in their station, its existence maintains certain the strategies are followed, that goals are met, and that some make no waves. It is also manufactured from mass manufacturing springs out from Henry Ford's Highland Park assembling line in 1913, being followed by a single shape or other via just every sort of a production activity. For now, the Ford realized that it has been more cost and making the items. They realized it could be maintained by interchanging the item by removing some filing and bending. They can reduce the cost price and maintain the consistency in a good deal. There are resources. The resources which are needed by the quality management, commitment by the top management. First and foremost, the total quality become to the way to the business, and everything an unquestioned committee is required to the top. The top executives should plan on the third two of their time being used to total quality effort. Like CEOs, like SEOs plan the quality of the products to maintain and get it by top management. Commitment of the resources. The test of the commitment of money should be one of the reasonableness. Does it make sense to do this? This timing is right, the money is available, can be offered, is the thing right? Every questions and whenever the far and the more question will be raised by the commitments of the resources. These are the commitment of resources. The another requirements of implementation is organization of wide steering committee. Another important aspect of steering committee is symbolic. The employees observe the top management grouping functionalities like team and doing things differently from the way things used to be done. The strong message at this time that something really is going to happen. On the other hand, they see something operates as the same value. They know that how this failure can be easily changed. It's not a simply a matter of time. If any failure happens in the team managers and the leaders can easily rectify the problem. Another important implementation is planning and publicizing. We have just said we are going to do it and determine who is going to manage it. Now we have to get down to the details. The steering committee must develop a vision and guiding principles, set the goals and objectives. But the total quality implementation plan is in the place which develop and recognize program and the other publicity efforts. All these matters will be discussed in the next chapter. Now from here and then it is be continued by our team member. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Shivram. Today I'm going to explain implementing management in total quality. In this topic, we'll discuss about the roles of management and how we implement it in the total quality management. There are three managements: top, middle, and lower. Coming to the top management, in this particular management, the most senior staff of an organization, including the heads of the various divisions, led by the CEO. They set up actions for long-term goals like markets and business organizing. And coming to the middle management, these certain group people are in charge of facilitating any changes needed in an organization, and they will create and put effort on working environment, and they also monitors the day-to-day routines and the employees' performances, and they make sure everything is done on time or not. And coming to the last management, which is lower management, this management forms the backbone of any improvement strategy. These lower management leaders provide unity of purpose, and at the time they are responsible of leaders consists of creating and maintaining the internal environment. From this slide, we'll discuss about the implementation variation among one organization to organization. You can see the picture in the total quality management. You need to train the committee within the organization, and you have to find the strength and weaknesses of your group members or your employees which you are working, and you also have to find the external internal customers to the company. In the total quality management, you must reach the customer satisfaction for sure, and the process of thinking will also be changing to one organization to organization, and the employee commitment should be strong to the one and one people in an organization. In this slide, we'll discuss about the few things how to implement approaches to be avoided. When you look at the total quality management, you can find the certain things can create the process of failure, right? For example, many lower companies have become aware of what they need to avoid so they can maintain a positive business flow by integrating more manpower. The implementation of TQ, I mean total quality, should not be delegated because of lack of quality is not going to make the higher quality, and the process the improvement happen at a time. If you want to see the real results, then be patient. Do not let the fear out, and control your actions at a time. And after you have started to implement the plan of time quality management, it will be more important to avoid the things and that will delay the success of the process. This delay is something that can result a permanent delay, and that's it. And the rest of the topic will explain by my teammate Sri Harsha.
Hello everyone, I am Sriyar Chintapalli. Today I am going to discuss topics such as total quality implementation phases and ISO 9000 registration, ISO 9000 registration and total quality, and eligibility for Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Yeah, going to total quality implementation phases. There are three phases involved in it. Yeah, those are preparation phase, planning phase, and execution phase. Going to preparation phase. Yeah, there are 11 steps in the preparation phase. The first step is commitment to total quality. This is the first step in the preparation endeavors, reflecting upon the vision of the firm to induce quality systems in their operational courses of action. The second step is forming total quality steering committee. Yeah, this committee is led by the senior executive who picks his or immediate subordinates to serve as the complete quality steering committee. The third step is team building. Before the steering committee can begin any kind of activity that ensures overall quality, it must participate in a session that builds teamwork. The fourth step is total quality training for steering committee. Complete quality training is essential before the steering committee may undertake any task that calls for high level of quality. Yeah, the fifth step is creating vision guiding principles. Creating vision guiding principles. The first genuine step towards achieving overall excellence is in one's job is to establish an organization's mission statement and document the core values that are to serve as the foundation for daily business decisions. The sixth step is set broad strategic objectives. The steering committee uses the vision to create a thorough set of organizational objectives, and seventh step is communicate and publicize. Yeah, there should be a regular communication between the top executive and steering committee for each of steps 2 and 4. And going to step 8, identifying organizational strengths and weaknesses. The steering committee is responsible for undertaking an objective evaluation of organization strengths and weaknesses. The ninth step is identify advocates and resistors. One of the most essential things that the steering committee may do is to look for people at all levels in the organization who are either advocates for or opponents of total quality. The tenth step is baseline employee satisfaction and attitudes. As a result, the steering committee will need to collaborate with human resources or an independent expert to evaluate the current level of employee satisfaction and attitude. The 11th step is baseline customer satisfaction. If possible, the steering committee should enlist the assistance of the department that has the most direct contact with customers in order to give objective input on how satisfied customers are with products or service. Going to next phase. Yeah, it is a planning phase. There are four steps involved in it. The first step is plan the implementation approach, then use plan to check adjust. And this time, the time has come for the steering committee to begin putting up a plan to implement overall quality in the workplace. As soon as the initial projects have been completed, the data will send back into the stage so that adjustment may be made to the plan. The second stage is identification of projects. It is up to the steering committee to choose the overall quality initiatives and do so task by taking into account the organization, its people, its vision and objectives as well as its chances of success. And third step is establishing team composition. It is up to the steering committee to decide on the composition of the teams in charge of completing the project. And fourth step is providing team training. Before a new team can begin functioning, it must finish training. During the training, the principles of overall quality as well as the relevant tools must be discussed. And the training might be given by the member of steering committee. Yeah, going to next phase. It is execution phase. There are 5 steps in it. First step is team activation and direction. The steering committee is in charge of setting the course for each team and getting going. The next step is team feedback loop to the steering committee. At this point, the steering committee may receive inputs on the project's progress and the results from the project team and complete the cycle of communication. The third step is customer satisfaction feedback loop. Specialized project teams have been sent to gather data on the thoughts and perspectives of consumers, both external and internal. Once a year, the company should conduct a formal external customer survey as well as other customer satisfaction data such as sales numbers, warranty data, customer service input, data from consumers visit, and so on. Fourth step is employee satisfaction feedback loop. In a separate initiative, members of the team gather on a regular basis to assess the general mood and degree of satisfaction among the staff. Yeah, the fifth step is modify infrastructure as necessary. In addition to organizational structure, procedures and process, awards and recognition programs, and union roles, the steering committee is tasked with overseeing any other significant changes to the company's infrastructure. Yeah, going to next slide is ISO 9000 registration. Some customers, especially those in the public sector, may insist on your qualification before they can work with you, and customer satisfaction involvement, people leadership, continuous improvement, fact-based decision making, and relationship management are some of the recognized concepts that make up ISO 9000. Going to next slide, ISO 9000 registration and total quality. The ISO 9000 family of quality management systems is a collection of standards that help companies guarantee they can fulfill expectation of customers and other stakeholder groups while adhering to the legislative and regulatory obligations. Going to next slide, eligibility for Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Awards. Yeah, there are different stages involved in it. It is called as leadership, organizational leadership, management, and ethics are all examined. And strategic planning specifically, it looks at the process by which company develops and implements strategic goals, customer focus, and measurement analysis and knowledge management, and workforce focus, and operational focus. Yeah, and going to conclusion. To ensure the focus on quality system, a company must not train all of its employees at once. There are 3 phases of quality implementation: preparation, planning, and execution. The preparation phase is longest and planning phase is shortest. IS4 registration helps in commitment to total quality. Yeah, these are the references we have gathered, and thank you.